And of course, I didn't have the audio set. So yeah, like I said, we finished episode 3. Let's move on to episode 4. And kind of digging this music here. So, yep, and we're going to call this one episode 4. I like to have save files for all the games I play. I keep them documented on a Google Drive. And for episodic games like this, I like to keep... That's a little more blunt. This is a little more blunt than the pictures were in the first game. Or not the first game, but like the first 3 episodes, the core episodes. I should have enough to charge to finish out the stream. Give me 1 second to close this door. Didn't realize that was open. Alright, so, yeah, that's a little more blunt, but yeah, I like to keep all my save games. And I don't want to say all episodic games, I'll keep a save game for each episode. Because, like, a Telltale game, it's released episodically, but I believe it's one cohesive story. So I would not keep a save one for each episode. I just don't think it makes sense. But for something like this or Doom, I believe it 100% makes sense. Even if the story is technically a continuation. Technically, each episode happens after the last one. But at the same time, they're all self-contained. You start at the beginning of an episode with just your pistol. You've lost all your score, all your lives, everything is reset. As far as I'm concerned, it's a totally different story with loose connections to the last story. Got him. He almost had me though. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel like these are gonna be like Doom's master levels though. Where they're going to take everything they learned from making the core levels and make some of the most difficult levels that they got. And starting out, the very first episode... Dang. With this maze, it's telling me I'm right. There is no need for this maze without a map. And yet this is how we're starting it off. I feel like we did this area, but nope, definitely did not do this area. See, and this is where my fatigue sets in. I like these old shooters. I don't mind the lack of mouse aim. I mean, Doom with mouse aim is still my preferred, you know, retro FPS. Just because I feel like... Oh, come on. Part of it is that I feel like it's designed fairly. There isn't anything in Doom that is going to kill you so quickly without you knowing what happens. Like here, that guy has a pistol. A weak, miserable pistol. And he took out a third of my health. And that's okay. I'm fine with realism in games. I am a huge fan of Counter-Strike and SWAT and games with very high or very low time to kill. Or so to speak, also very low time to die, time to life, as you know, an RPG would have it. But there's just a little bit too much randomness to allow for that, in my opinion. Sometimes it's one shot to kill these guys, sometimes it's two, sometimes they'll do 40 health with a pistol, sometimes they'll do 10. Although I have found out pretty reliably if you can shoot them in the back, they're done. Alright, so this 100% is not going to happen again. We are going to save before going in here. But anyways, like I was saying, Doom, I don't feel like Doom is as random, which helps with it, but a major contribution to why I enjoy Doom, even without using a mouse aim source port, which I most certainly am going to in most situations, is that Doom's level design is really good. Wait, is that the end of the level? Wow. Can't say I was expecting that. What did I miss by not going in those two doors at the front, right? Did I miss an early machine gun? I cannot tell where that came from. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so I'm starting to get a feel for this boxy. Whoa! I feel like these levels are definitely meant to slow you down. A lot more so than the last three chapters. Oh, that's an interesting place to hide. Give me your machine gun, man. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like these levels are meant to slow you down a lot more effectively than the first few episodes. Running and gunning in this one is, I mean, it would have got you killed in any of them. That's for sure. There's no way around it. But I feel like it has more prominent of an impact. Ooh, I don't need a whole health kit, but I definitely feel like it's more prominent in this past two levels anyways. Keep the player on their toes. What in the world? That's a good secret. I doubt I'm gonna get in there, but that is a well-placed secret. Aye. Out in the open so the player can know, hey, you know, this is gonna be something you want to find. That was a little sad there. Come on. There's definitely a distance in the damage formula, but I wonder if there's anything else. Alright, that's the T's. What? Alright. Get the key. Get the health pack, even though I am way high on health. Run around like a madman who has his sprint maxed out for some reason. Really? Someone shot me?
Oh!
That's alright. There's a health pack on the other side that I can snag if I need it. And there it is. And I believe this is the door with the key. And I already killed that guy. And I'm going to conclude I don't need those lives because I got saves. So we're burning through this, but I guess that's normal. We normally get through the first 4 levels pretty quickly, and then the last 5, they're the troublesome ones. Alright. Somebody shouted. I'm pretty sure it was not him. You know, I don't think I ever stopped to really appreciate all the sound design that went into this. Even something so small as the doors closing. It is a huge departure from Catacomb. Which I guess wouldn't have had it since it mostly had magic doors. But I think the idea remains. The doors open, the doors close, and both of those have a soundbite to play. Not cool. I'm eating all your food because of it. Alright, so then we'll go this way, which is obviously the right way, so to speak. Alright, let's do it. I wonder if id got any flack for those zombie guys. Because after the the second episode, I don't think we saw them again. They got replaced with those the guys in the white suits, like a higher ranking pistol holder. Alright, we'll save. We'll go down there. We'll save and go down there. See if there's anything worthwhile. And see, that's kind of what I figure is going to be down most of these secret passages. Well, alternate passages, I should say. These aren't secret. It's going to be a lot of treasure. And for me, that just... I mean, I've explained this before. It just isn't worth it. I'm not playing this game to get high scores. If I wanted to do that, I could go play Galaga, Pac-Man. Yeah, so I'm actually going to load and just hit up the elevator. Move on to floor 4. Call it a day. I'm not going for 100%. I'm not going for score. And you know what? If that's what they made these levels for, is for score hunters, that's fine by me. It means we can get through these fast and move on to Spear of Destiny. And I'm interested in what Spear of Destiny does different, or if it's mostly just a map pack. Which is kind of what I'm thinking it's going to be. However, if they're making more maps like this that are purposely obtrusive, I can't say I'm going to be too excited about it. Nope, not obtrusive, obtuse. I know level making is a learning process, especially at this time, but I mean, just the way that these guys went about making... Blakestone is another one that's real bad about it. The Labyrinth. At least Blakestone has a map, though. And I'm sure someone's going to think it's real funny when I run through here and end up either going in a circle, coming back to where I was, like that, or end up just finding a dead end and having to come back anyways. So that's just a dead end. So the more of these that I can knock out as dead ends, at least I can know which way I'm supposed to be going. Well, which way I'm expected to be going. Hopefully. Oh, I'm somewhere new. First door, right? No. Come on. Pretty sure I saw. There we go. This is cruel. Whoever made these maps should be ashamed of themselves. You can't hide from me. I'm gonna have real low percent. Oh, I almost have all the kill percentages. That's kind of what I'm getting out of this episode. It's designed for the 100%ers, and that's fine. I mean, I almost got 100% on the first 3 episodes and was barely trying, so I'm sure people who really wanted to do that were wanting a little more challenge. And without the internet, where I could just go and look up a map and easily 100% this stuff, I'm sure there is a great deal of pride to being able to 100% an entire episode. Plus, with the length of time between episode releases, it's one of the best it's a surefire way to keep people playing your game, talking about it. Not only just to their friends, but maybe there were, pretty sure BBS boards were around at the time. Ooh, I looked the wrong way. I probably should have checked both sides like I always do. I can say with utmost certainty, though, these are not my favorite maps. Not by a long shot. Are you kidding me? Yep. These levels are cruel jokes. Where? Where? Behind the pillows over there, I bet. Alright, just because I've made a bit of progress that I would rather not redo. I haven't found a single key. That's a lot of ammo. And there's no key over here. Oh, no. See, these are the maps that I ended up using maps for to navigate through when I played on Blakestone. I do not enjoy this kind of mindless getting lost in a maze. Without something to do, you get lost in Doom, whatever. There's tons of enemies around. Ooh. Dang. Might as well turn around right now. Oh, you know what? One of these had a ton of health in it, though. Wolf gets real uncontrolled. I gotta double check my frames again. I wonder if it's still a bit too high. That actually made me jump. What does it say? That's dog food. I can eat it. Give it to me. And that's just a big circle. That's where I started, yeah. And they all come out here. Okay, so that's a dead end. That's a dead end. This is new. And yet, despite being new, it is a dead end. Excellent.
Bubble.
Finally found that place I was before. Alright, that's that room.
Bubble.
Huh. I don't think DOSBox liked that. I don't know what I did, but DOSBox did not like it. Yes, finally. Now I gotta go all the way back to the door. Not that one. There, this one. Oh, man. That was cruel. Now we're on the right path. Here we go. Nope, other side. Wait, this is the wrong key? Hey, Jaquez? Don't know what kind of pronunciation you want on that. If you want to enlighten me, that'd be fantastic. Good evening, afternoon, maybe morning even for you. It's afternoon time for me here. We got some Wolfenstein 3D going. How are you doing? Because I'm frustrated. This map is ridiculous. Please tell me. Now one of these doors takes me to a key. How do I get in there? And the cruel level designers put these elevators in here and block the door. Block the lever to manipulate them. I do not want to go through this maze again. And that just takes me back here. Dang, this is depressing. I've been on this map for like 20 minutes now. Alright. We are going to play something else then.